everybody. Welcome. I am Marisa Brown. I am a co-owner of a hybrid publishing company with my editor-in-chief, Rebecca Scott. Obviously, she's not here. And I help people make their books more dynamic through marketing and promotion. So with that comes a lot of event production. And with those events comes something that we all like to talk about, book clubs, right? But the problem is, how do we make our book clubs more exciting, right? Have no fear. We're going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about if you've ever had trouble getting people into your book club, or maybe you just want to start one and you're not sure how you can make it more exciting, not be the same, maybe boring snooze fest for the ones you've been to before. So let's talk about some things that can take your book club from boring to dynamic and help you craft a more enticing one overall. Through interactive discussions, diverse book selections, themes, meetings, and engaging activities, you can transform the next one you have possibly into a more fun and enticing experience, I promise. So let's see, guys. Have you ever been a part of a book club before? Talk to me. I can see you over there nodding, right? You have. Was it interesting and fun, engaging, exciting? If it wasn't, let's talk about how we can make it more exciting, right, guys? So let's talk about transforming those gatherings into something a little more exciting. How was your experience with your book club previously, right? Was it a good experience or was it a bad experience? A good experience can make it so that you learn more about the book club, have a great time, and want to do another one. But a bad experience can deter you from ever wanting to be a part of another one. Am I right? First things first, let's talk about the magic of book clubs. Book clubs can be incredibly magical when they're executed right. They're not just about reading. They're about sharing experiences and fostering connections with the people in your book club. A well-run book club can ignite your love for reading and create lasting memories. Seriously. But I know all of you have been convinced to be a part of one that was less than stellar. Sometimes it feels like pulling teeth to get people into your book club. And even when you get them in the door, they're always like, okay, how can I go back to watching this show on Netflix, or when can I get the Cliff Notes? Unfortunately, that doesn't have to be your problem, right? So it doesn't have to be read, discuss, repeat. So break free from this monotony and inject some excitement with some helpful tips and tricks, guys, okay? All right, first things first, diverse book selections. Let's start by spicing things up. Do not settle for the same old predictable book choices. You know what I'm talking about. This can be especially true for business or inspirational book clubs. David Goggins. I'm not saying the book's not good, guys. I'm just saying that everybody picks the same one, right? So maybe think about ditching the classic ones or the ones that everybody wants you to read and dive into the world of some more diverse book selections. Variety is the spice of life, and the same goes for book clubs. Look at exploring different genres, different cultures, different perspectives. Look for authors local to your area. More about this in an upcoming piece, but seriously, look for authors that are local to your area. Your book club will thrive when you keep things fresh and exciting. There's sci-fi, there's historical fiction, there's travel guides. Seriously, the world is your oyster, and there are many books to complement that. Okay, so you picked out a book. What's next? Discussions, right? How can you make the discussions more exciting? Everybody does the same. Okay, read chapters 1 through 5. Now let's discuss, paraphrase, etc. And sometimes that can be, well, boring. The key to an engaging book club is dynamic discussions. Encourage everyone to share their thoughts and feelings. Foster a safe space where they can really talk about how they feel versus what they think everybody wants them to say. Use thought-provoking questions to get conversations flowing. There's no wrong answers in literature, guys. If you want your book club to be excited, you have to let them speak about what they want. Good example of doing something more fun would be to try something different, maybe a playful debate. I know it has to be the right crowd, okay? So the right crowd, but you could have two book club members. Sorry, guys, that was a little bit clunky, but you can have two book club members in a playful debate. Maybe even the host could be the referee with the gavel. Super fun. for the right crowd. But think about spicing up the conversations. Make it so that you already have prepared a list of really thought-provoking questions to get people excited. Next, guys, themed meetings. Dun, dun, dun. Book clubs don't have to be boring. Spice it up and pick a theme, right? So what is the book that you're reading? Is there a theme already? Is it in a specific genre? Do you need to host a murder mystery night or have a historical costume party? It's all about making the reading fun and immersive. For example, if you're into a cozy mystery series, you guys could all dress up as Sherlock Holmes themed book club members with little hats and magnifying glasses and really bring that spirit out. What if it's set at a specific location? Maybe it's in Hawaii. Everybody come dressed in, hula skirts and Hawaiian shirts, drink Mai Tais, and take pictures in front of a, beach background. That's really fun, guys. It's a way to make your book club way more interactive and way more fun. That leads me into engaging activities. So everything about a book club screams, sit down, read my book, go home. Wrong. You don't have to do that, right? You can add activities that make people excited to come to your book club. You can cook a meal inspired by the story. You can paint, right? A paint and sip is really fun, along with the readings and discoveries that you have from the book. You can reenact scenes from the book. I know this sounds really weird, but you might be in a group full of people that love to act, and they have a blast. Games are a super fun way to spice up your book club. You can, depending on your budget or the people in your group, hire an entertainer. You can have a DJ, you can have a yoga instructor, you can have somebody in your group that likes to be a bartender and can help make a cocktail during the presentation. All of these things make your book club far more interactive and far more fun. A fun example for somebody that maybe is low on budget and you're not trying to spend a lot of money is a scavenger hunt. Just organize the activities related to the book's themes, right? So the scavenger hunt can lead you from point A to point B, and every time you land in a specific location, you talk about where it correlates or how it relates to whatever you just read. And last but not least, I don't like to forget about these things can all be correlated to virtual, and we'll talk about that in a second. So have you thought about guest authors, right? Okay. Have you ever thought about inviting somebody to your book club that's an author? You totally can. Authors love to go to book clubs, right? This is why I said I encouraged you to look for local area authors, because it's a lot easier to get a local area author to come and do a book reading and talk about their book to your book club than it is for some of the other ones. However, other book clubs are able to get huge authors. You just have to be persistent, diligent, use their social media, contact them through their websites. A lot of them have specific places that you can talk about getting them into your book club, especially if your book club has a pretty good number of people, right? You might just get a surprise visit and people in your book club will be stoked. Here's the age-old question. I talked about virtual a second ago. Should you do your book club online or should you do it in person? It's completely up to you. It's completely up to what kind of book club you'd like to start, right? So the online thing, the thing about online is that it offers flexibility that a lot of times in person doesn't. However, in-person ones build the communication, the connection, and the friendships a little bit better sometimes than virtual can. It's really up to you, and you're welcome to put them together. A lot of people forget that you can do hybrid, right? You can sometimes have one that meets with Zoom. Maybe you have a guest author that's coming from somewhere in the world, and they can't make it in person, but you can Zoom them into your meeting. Beautiful. That makes it so that you can have a really fun book club, but that you can also still meet with your friends in person. And online clubs, guys, if you choose to do an online book club because you have people from all over the world joining your book club, they don't have to be boring. Online book clubs can be just as much fun. There's virtual games to add to the mix. There's virtual entertainers. There's themes. You can play music. You just have to make sure that you understand the platform that you're using so you can do all of those things. Next, how do you get people into the book club if you want a few more people besides your friends and family? Well, the secret is not keeping it a secret. Make sure that you let people know that you have a book club. Talk about it on social media. Go to your local bookstores, your local library. Go and network and find people that are interested in book clubs. And word of mouth is really powerful. So if you have an exciting and dynamic book club, people are going to talk about it and new people are going to join. Make sure that you celebrate what's going on in your book club. Nobody wants to be like going to a really exciting book club and then they've read the book or they've gone through all of the activities and then they didn't get acknowledged for it. No way. Talk about it. Look at, oh my gosh, guys, we're a third of the way through the book. We're halfway through the book. We decided today we were going to bring cupcakes in because of that, right? Or we're going to wear party hats because we've done so well, right? Just make it so that people don't forget about why they're there, right? You can have anniversary parties. Maybe it's your first year of the book club, 6 months down the road, et cetera, et cetera. It'll be really fun way to look back and for people to feel like they're a part of something dynamic. So in conclusion, guys, transforming your book club into a literary extravaganza fiesta is absolutely within your reach. Just embrace these interactive discussions, better book selections, themed meetings, and engaging activities, and I swear you'll be on your way to a way more fun book club experience. Say goodbye to the snooze fest and hello to an unforgettable journey. Let's make reading together an adventure. Seriously. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you so much for listening to me talk about how to craft a more dynamic book club. May your book club be filled with laughter, friendship, and endless adventures. Happy reading. And remember, reading is never a snooze when you're doing it with friends.